coach and author. So, should we eat pork? In 2015, the World Health Organization came out in favor of research that had been done by the IARC, which is the International Agency for Research on Cancer, which had classified processed meat as being carcinogenic or cancer-causing, which immediately had the meat industry up in arms. Now, what's this got to do with pork? So let's kind of start with bacon. You see, the research classified processed as being any meat that is treated in some way to preserve it or to flavor it. So this includes the processing such as salting, curing, fermenting, and smoking. And guess what? Bacon definitely comes under all of that. That comes under that category, as do most deli meats. But what about pork that's straight from the pig? Yes, pork has protein, and it's the only meat, as far as I am aware of, that actually comes with other nutrients like thiamine, selenium, magnesium, and zinc. However, it, like all animal products, also comes with the baggage of saturated fat, cholesterol, and naturally forming sodium, plus any sodium that's added to it in order to preserve its shelf life. So, okay, even if you could get away with all that baggage, there is a much greater problem, which lies in the intensive factory farming style of mass production. In 2012, the Consumer Reports magazine did a study by purchasing 240 whole and ground pork products, and the results were disturbing, to say the least. 83% of the meat tested was found to have E. coli, staph, salmonella, and a bacterium called Yersinia enterocolit. Oh gosh, these Latin words, I don't know. It causes bloody diarrhea. Diarrhea anyway, with blood in it, I'm talking about. Enterocolitica. Something like that anyway. But this particular bacterium, it causes fever, it causes the diarrhea with blood in it, as I just said, and abdominal pains that can be as severe as having appendicitis. Now, 69% of the samples actually had bacteria that were resistant to antibiotics used to treat human infections. So it kind of got worse. Okay, won't have the factory farmed pork. Let's go with free range. Well, you see, pigs are the waste disposal units on any farm. They are opportunists and will eat literally anything, including decaying animal flesh, maggots, decaying vegetables, and their own feces. Now, the problem is that their bodies can't really be bothered filtering out all the toxins, but sends it straight off to be stored in their organs, the skin, the muscles, and the fatty tissue. You see, pigs don't sweat, so they can't remove toxins that way that normally other animals can get rid of pretty quickly. And that's hence the reason that they store it. They do periodically get rid of the poisons if there's too much of a build-up by excreting it through their hooves, of all places. But what it all means is that many of these toxins remain ready for human consumption. I'm thinking, or I'm guessing, that this probably explains why some religions, including the Christian Bible, say that pork is unclean and should not be eaten. Quite possibly, this all came about because of the illnesses that pork caused, and they could see what the pigs were eating. So pork is also the slowest of all the meats for us to digest. It can take anywhere from 4.5 to 6 hours to get through the system. And cuts of pork like ribs and bacon are actually the slowest. So, you have bacon for breakfast, a bit of ham for lunch on your sandwich, and then you have, a pork rib at night. This can actually wreak havoc on your digestive system, making it really, really difficult to absorb essential micronutrients from the other foods that you've also eaten. Our body digests the slowest foods first. This means that the really nutritious fruits and veggies that you've eaten with the pork have to hang around and can start to ferment, producing gas, acid, and indigestion. Plus, over time, if you keep piling in the pork, undigested foods can putrefy in the small intestines, which leads to toxicity in the body. Now, here's a little fun fact. Did you know that having apple sauce with the pork has nothing to do with flavor, nothing to do with anything? What it is designed for, what it is there for, is to help the pork to digest a bit faster. Although it's still not really that fast. But that's why the whole eat apple with your pork was to help aid the digestion. So, my recommendation: flag the pork and go whole plant foods. Your health will love you for it. And if you're thinking that might be, a bit too hard, well, I have a program called Try Plant Foods for 7 days, which is perfect for giving it a test run. Everything you need, all done for you. You got to eat it yourself, obviously. I'll pop the link below. That's it for today. Remember, have great food, make it plant-based, and be compassionate to all animals, including humans. Subscribe if you want. Bye for now.